Hey guys, and welcome back to the Interceptor. So we are here with another war video. This is season 21, War 1. We're finally catching up, and we're taking on the Legends of Apoco. So they're known as a very good war alliance, and we know this should be a tight war. We're taking Path 1 in Section 2. We're taking that Killmonger, and then we're taking that Doom as well, Sorcerer. And then we're going to go Path 1. I misclick in this war. I was supposed to go path 3, but luckily him and I, the guy that were going path 1 and 3, were using the exact same chant for both fights, and they were the same rank. So, yes. We are going in with the team of my newly ranked up rank 3 luck as well. We are bringing Magic for both the synergy and because she has a ton of fights on her own. I think she has 1, 2, 3, 4 fights? At least 2 fights. I don't know. I'm not positive. She has 2 fights. Yeah, only 2 fights. And here on this first node, we have this Void, and this is on the unblockable while regenning node or Vigorous Assault, and then Arc Overload to put the regen in. He is a stubborn defender, but this is a great matchup here. Warlock against Void, just because Void's one who has a rather larger health pool, and Warlock just burns everyone so quickly. So we're just going to wait until this unblockable is gone, and then we're going to start playing him. So we do time our 10 hit very nicely. And I don't mind triggering decks. I don't mind getting that indestructible on. But what I really want to do is build up a bunch of infections to lower the chance of his regen activating, because you can actually make it fail with Warlock's core abilities. But here, I'm just endlessly intercepting while he's regenning. And the reason you can do that is because while the opponent has an infection on them and they're regenning using Warlock, they actually So for the next one here, we're going to be taking on Storm Pyramid X on Masochism and Indomitable. I don't really know what the goal of this placement was, to be honest, because Warlock's just a fantastic counter to both of these enemies. So we've shut off all the regen here. And now we're just going to bait some L1s. I think I bait 2 or 3 L1s in this fight. This person is not running, what's the mastery? A willpower on defense, so I actually can't power drain him with Warlock. But it's not actually a big deal. Oh wait, she is. Okay, never mind. I thought that this person wasn't running it. Turns out they are. So we're just going to hit a nice re-parry here to stun once, shrug it off, and then stun again. I'm fully confident baiting the L1, but I think she just doesn't get the chance to throw it this entire fight. So we end this fight off nicely with an L1. 47-0. So after 2 fights with Warlock's at 99%. And going into this next fight, I was actually not supposed to take it, so this clip is not fully edited, so I'm just going to skip ahead. The guy went in with rank 3, 6-star Namor, Sig 150, and he actually ended up dying to a bug. The same bug that you guys are going to see in this fight. So he did die, he got close, but I'm going to go in and clean up with Warlock. 16,000 health left. He has the White Magneto pre-fight on this fight. And this is actually the we discovered the bug. So sometimes when you're using the White Magneto, your parries can just fail. And notice even when you land your parries, it knocks you back really far. So like, look here. I get knocked back after I land my parry. So watch what happens. I go combo, I back up, hit my parry, no stun. And I get hit 3 times. I was so scared I was about to die to a bug. I can't, I'm gonna, at the beginning of this video, I'm gonna insert a clip of that in slow motion. But I parried. I was at 97% health, so Assassin is not an explanation. And he just, I don't know what happened. He just didn't get stunned. So here, I had to have someone help me with my energy because I was trying to make it to my Sorcerer Supreme fight on the left side while it was still boosted. I actually did do that, so that was nice. And then here, we're just throwing on a special 1 boost, and I did have someone use the white pre-fight. I've done this fight without the pre-fight, and since I've done this fight again later in the season without the pre-fight. And I actually prefer it without the pre-fight just because of the bug where it knocks you back when the opponent's not stunning you. When you parry stun for the passive. But here, it's a very simple fight. This is a rank 3 6-star. Doom and Magic is by far the best counter to this node. I have also had Sky and my BG take this fight with Archangel, and the fight takes about 1.5 minutes. Maybe a little faster than that with the Horseman synergy for 45 seconds. But it's a very, very safe and very smooth Magic fight. So, my record against Power Snack is, I think, like 12 or 13-0. I've never died to Power Snack. It's maybe my favorite node in Alliance War because they always put a rank 3 6-star here, and there's always one of 3 counters that take this node. It's either always going to be Torch, Quake, or Ghost. Or sorry, Torch, Quake, or Magic. And in this case, Magic is the best of those 3 to take this fight, although technically the other 2 could as well. So there, I got very unlucky. I dexed by accident because I was too slow backing out after I landed the L2, and he actually managed to nullify me and then decided to throw a heavy instantly. But that's only a risk with Magic if you mess up, and that is 100% my fault. However, you can clearly see throughout this fight how well it's going. That Magic is, in fact, the best counter. So my Magic Sig 200, and I actually got pretty bad luck with the L2 75% chance to proc Limbo at this fight. So we're already two minutes in. I am at a very safe place with my health. And he is down to 25% now, so I'm feeling really confident, although I did mess up in this fight. I've taken this fight, I think this is the 3rd time now I've taken this fight without suicides, without half suicides, that is, and I much prefer doing it with half suicides. The fight takes about 50 hits less, and it is just a little bit safer. The only con is that if you don't use a special 1 boost, you lose 10% guaranteed at the beginning of the fight, which is just not fun. But you'll see we're about to finish this fight off right here, and I am still above 50%. Oh, I just dipped under 50%, never mind. But if not for my mess up, I'd be above 50%. Very good counter. 198. I don't really care if it takes that many hits as long as I solo. So now we are up against this rank 2 6-star Sorcerer Supreme. And with the MP modification, I could have used any of my 3 champs here. They would have soloed very easy. However, Magic is the best counter, so we're just going to use these boosts. I thought I actually got to the Sorcerer with my previous boosts, but I guess I didn't. Weird. I'm not too broken up about that. Maybe I'm taking this. No, I think I take it in a separate boosting session when I take all of my last 7 fights. This is my 7th last fight, yeah. So we do go in with Magic. We haven't turned on Suicides yet, and I didn't fully heal because this is Magic's last fight. But against Sorcerer Supreme, she's just the best counter on every single node in the game. The only one I would not use Magic against is Sorcerer Supreme on Rage, and to that fight I would send a Void or a Torch. Torch with pre-fight, unboosted, no suicides. But yeah, she doesn't even get to throw bar power, so we don't even have a chance to use dexterity. So we basically completely cancel out this node with using Magic. So I think I throw an L1 right here. No, she dies without needing it. Okay. Oh, I do. Okay. Never mind. So yes, that is 59, and oh, not a bad fight. And now we'll go in section 1. I try to click towards Colossus, and I click on Sentinel. So that was fun. Path 3 was the harder path. So I wanted that path because I wanted to fight the Domino in the second node. Like, I actually wanted the harder fights. But at this point, I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't really matter. I guess I'll take this. It's against the Sentinel, which is really odd. I think I end up missing like an L1 evade or something. It was something really odd, but the way you play against Sentinel is your combos are light, medium. You never do the same attack twice in a row, so you'll notice he's still at 12 of his analysis charges, and all those 12 are from baiting specials. But whenever I'm hitting him, you'll notice he's not getting any. So right here, decide to fully block the L2. I guess I've evaded the end, but that doesn't really matter. And the node on here has the regen coming around, but all that's going to do is drain his health. So we are right at the end of the fight. I believe it's right here. I'm going to take hits. Maybe? Yeah, I go for the intercept. I miss it. Yeah, so I did take a few hits to the face. He got 3 hits in, and he crit with all 3, which was amazing. But here I'm going to throw the L1. It's not going to kill, and it's going to cancel the regeneration. But at this point, I don't really care. This guy's already dead. In hindsight, if I'd seen the regeneration was coming around at exactly that moment, I would not have thrown my L1. And normally when you're using Warlock, you're not supposed to throw your L1. But I thought it would end the fight, so that's the only reason. I would never do it in like a tight war. Yeah, now we're going to make it to this man thing. So this is man thing on Buffet and Lionheart. The best counter to this in the game is... You know what? Actually, I think the best counter in the game to the node actually is Warlock. So this is going to be a little bit of a long fight. You'll have to bait out a lot of specials. The only time I'm draining his power is when he's stunned because he's actually armor break immune. So we're just going to try to get some L2s out of him. Get the ball off. And I am going to speed up this fight just because it's a very long, very repetitive fight. But you guys can see the idea. Basically, it's just bait L2. If he throws L1, it's not a problem. And yeah, like I said, very long fight. So we are getting it done almost. It's taken 2.5 minutes. We can evade another L2. It's taken 150 hits. But if I were a war planner, I would 100% send a Warlock to this fight every single time. So there we go. That fight goes down. Never was in any real danger. 174-0. So I did tag the guy that was supposed to go lane 1. I told him about my fuck up. He soloed those 2 fights, ended with 90% health on his Warlock. So very clean. And now we're going out Wasp mini boss. So I was clearing this in the morning. So we are just going to heal up Warlock just a bit. No, we're not. Okay. We're just going to straight up boost. That makes sense. I do have 4 more fights this war, so I'm taking all 3 of the minis on the right side. 2 of them with Warlock, 1 of them with Torch, which was his only contribution to this war. And that Torch video, that Torch fight's going to be a little crazy, so get ready for that fight. Maybe not. You'll see. So we are using the light boosts here, and we're going to throw on a 20%. Yep, okay. So medium boosts, but 56,000 health on my Warlock. That just feels like cheating. Like, do you really need half the health of the opponent? No, but at the same time, if I don't die all season with Warlock, because he's at 55,000 health every time I'm using him, I can't really complain about that. So I did fuck up this fight a little bit. This fight should have taken like 8 hits, but instead I decided to go for a 5-hit combo here. If I was going parry heavy only, this fight would probably take like 6 hits, because Wasp has one of the lowest health pools in the game. That fight goes down, so I don't really have too much to complain about. I did throw on suicides for that fight going forward, so that's why my big damage increase is noticeable. But here I just had to get someone to move up for me, and they ended up not doing it yet, so we are now skipping to the point where they did do it. So we're not using the pre-fight, of course, on for Magneto on this fight. I'm having someone bring in White Magneto to give me the pre-fight for the Emma Frost fight that's going next. It's going to be the champion on unblockable recovery, and Warlock is, in my opinion, other than Claire, I think Claire's probably a little better than this. Maybe Doom also, but Warlock is a very good counter to this. Warlock's ability accuracy reduction makes it so that the champion never triggers a single unstoppable the entire fight, and you guys are going to see that, how we just absolutely annihilate this guy. So even with class disadvantage with all these hits, our mediums are like 6,500, our light crits are 4K. We're just bursting him down. He's also got very easy specials to evade. You'll notice the second he gets that Fury, he gets his he gains his persistent charge, and his persistent charge is the way that he goes unblockable, so that you'll see I'm hitting 11k crits on my mediums even with class disadvantage, and every time that you drain his persistent charges and he doesn't go, or sorry, every time that he loses the Fury, he loses the persistent charges, he can't go unstoppable. So he did go unstoppable there, but the way his special attack works is that or the way his unstoppable works is that if you have a special attack, you can land the full special attack. So now I just paused for a second. I needed someone to move up. I had an indestructible boost on there, and we're carrying it into this next fight. So I don't remember if this is a rank 2 or a rank 3 based on the PI. I'm actually gonna check. Hold on. It's rank 2. Okay. It's a rank 2 6-star. It's actually unduped, so when you're fighting unduped Emma, you have to remember that dexing is to the left and not to the right, like fighting her normally. But Warlock is a very safe option for her on this node. In my opinion, the best counter to this fight would probably be a ranked up Guillotine 2099. I would turn off parry and I would fully block all of the specials because dex would be off also. And I actually settled on the strategy of baiting 2 special ones before I would take off the global node, Stubborn. So the reason I did that is because I know that if there was ever a chance for me to die to this fight, it would be because I took hits. And what would add to that would be taking a bunch of block damage. So what I'm going to do is every single time I'm going to try my best at least to push her to 1.9 bars, bait out the first one. So you see I'm fully blocking here, getting her not to throw the special. So I'm getting her to 1.9 bars, baiting out the special, going in with the medium even though it's doing no damage. See, like right here. And then she's now at 0 power when I go in, so now I have a little bit of a chance to hit her. But there she just charges a bunch of heavies in a row, so I don't get too much damage there. But at this point I'm at 77% and she's at 15%, and I didn't even heal after the last fight, which I lost 10% in from taking recoil twice. So really I've lost 13% in this fight, which is just insane. So there I thought you could parry the second hit and punish, but she could have parried me, but it doesn't matter. I would have survived like 15 hits against that Emma. So yeah, 96. We did take a few hits, all right. And then we'll go in against this 6-star rank 2 Ebony Maw. So we're going to use the pre-fight with Torch, and I am a moron because I forgot that the second medium attack of Ebony Maw does not stun if you parry it. It's only if a light attack is second. So going into this fight, I have it in my head that all I have to do is re-parry and he's stunned. And just watch what happens in this fight. So we go in, I think it's right here. We land 1 parry. Wait, it must be right here then. 2 parries, I go for a heavy. I landed my re-parry and I forgot the way it worked. So I rushed in for an intercept. I got parried. And at this point, I take a heavy attack. I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally going to die to an Ebony Maw in my first war. So we go in with the L2. We throw it, and then I punish. 5-hit combo, survive at 6%. I did not deserve that. I did not deserve that solo. And if I fight like that the rest of the season, I am going to die a lot. But that is the end of the war. I was 11-0. I had a very nice war. I forgot to include the clip of the finish of this war. But I will tell you right here. Here. 11 times, which is pretty nice. Only 11 times to their 39, so destroying Apoco like that has to feel pretty good with them being a top alliance. I did get number 1 MVP for going 11-0. But that is going to be it for my first war of the season. We actually won this war, so we are 1-0. I am 11-0, so I have a 100% PSR, and I've died 0 times. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.